What do you think the presence of specified complexity in a living system indicates about its origin?
In terms of the origin of specified complexity in living systems, I would say that if we had any examples available that unrestrained or unconstrained natural processes produced specified complexity, then I would be prepared to go along with the community of scientists that are saying that natural processes produce living systems. But we don't have anything like that. Every single example of specified complexity we have is either an artifact produced by a human being, or else it is the result of the living system. And so, like the structures of DNA and protein fit the pattern of what human beings produce. One way you can look at it, it's easy to understand why for so long people have used the analogy that a human being or a living system is like a machine. The machine analogy to living systems has had a long record now, and it's been very productive in a lot of things that have been accomplished in scientific approaches. But the machine never arrived at by spontaneous equilibration of chemistry and physics. These forces must have certain boundary conditions in which they operate, and this is what human beings do to make artifacts. We can make machines ourselves, but we don't find machines arising by natural processes. The same situation. So I would say that really we haven't progressed much in terms of our understanding about this question. So I still conclude that the data supports the position that specified complexity is somehow, whether we like it or not, the result of intelligence.
In inferring the necessity of intelligence to produce life, haven't you ventured from the realm of science to religion?
Oh, I know that everybody says this is the adventure of religion, but you simply look at the structure of what you're dealing with. It fits the pattern of experience has taught us only results by intelligence. All it takes to show that this is not the right answer is to find a single example of a natural process that produces specified complexity. And then we would have to really rethink things. For example, the example of William Paley is in the watch is classic. Everyone has heard about this. You find a watch and you know that someone with intelligence has been there and made the watch. This is recognized, of course. Now there's an argument that is often given to explain this in the chemical evolution crowd and literature, and it goes like this. Well, we know that it takes intelligence by way of someone to make the watch. If we found a watch, we would know that. But this is inorganic materials. We're dealing with a living system, which and then the fact that we have to have human beings that manipulate the conditions to make these experiments work and publish them as prebiotic chemistry experiments. Isn't this a violation of the rule of naturalistic processes? Well, no. Why not? Well, because natural selection produced the investigators. It's a circular argument again that I'm trying to address earlier about we know that the early Earth must have had methane on it. Why? Well, we can't get the experiments to work without methane. This is no help. This is not a scientific approach. This is pure philosophy. And so, yes, I would say that my view is not only empirical and fits the data, but it fits our experience, that intelligence is the direction we ought to be looking for accounting for the information in the living system.
Could you summarize the reasons why you believe intelligence was involved in the origin of life?
The overall complexity. It's such an inordinate level of complexity, plus it fits the pattern of my experience. We don't find anything like this, the result of natural means and processes. It's only the circular argument of saying that we are here by the result of natural selection, which produces In other words, natural selection produces us, we produce artifacts. Therefore, we don't have to worry about the fact that the watch is produced by an individual, and so we don't have to worry about the successful experiments, because we find that human intelligence was produced by natural selection. Well, you go around and around the circle. The fact is, we have such high-level complexity. Where do we find it? In living systems. Now, we have to have some way to break out of the circle, it seems to me. Now, you either have to rule this answer by religion or some other philosophy, And I say that by and large, what is being happened right now, by the failure to follow experience, we are demanding that our students and our professors only look at natural process, and it doesn't fit our experience, and I think every researcher in the world knows it. It knows that it fits the pattern of Mount Rushmore and a watch. This is not the issue. The issue is it's unthinkable it could be anything else but natural process. Why? Well, it must be natural process. This is philosophy.